Been waiting for a good scary movie for a while now. Let's cue the music. Sorry about the bad lighting. Currently, I still have my shutters up, from the whole Hurricane Irma coming through, but bear with me now. And it's been a minute that's why it's been a while since I posted anything. But I'm back with a review, and hey, what's a better movie to review at this point right now than the movie It? And no, not the miniseries It. I'm talking about the reboot It with a whole new cast, and let's say It Chapter 1. Sorry about that, that's probably a spoiler in itself, but this is a spoiler-free review, so don't worry about it or anything like that. I just wanted to give my take on what I thought of the latest iteration of one of Stephen King's books. I mean, it's funny how we got two Stephen King movies this year. We got The Dark Tower, haven't seen it yet, heard it was bad, and then you got It, and in comparison, I'm pretty sure It did better than The Dark Tower. But I digress, and the funny thing is, they are actually connected. Now, for those of you that don't know the story of the story based off the book of Stephen King's, based off as well as the back then movie that was made in the 90s with Tim Curry playing as the lead role of Pennywise. This is a movie about a couple youngsters. There are like seven of them, and they're around the age of 13. I feel like in the book. Or in the original movie, I think they were a little younger. Maybe in the book they were a little younger. But also, it's basically around them, and they have to handle this super, natural being, deity, whatever he is, known as Pennywise, but he's known as something more. And they all have that thing in common where they all come across him. I mean, some of them are friends prior to the situation at hand, but this does help them grow more. And so far from this movie, it's just aspects of that and them handling the whole thing along with the real life situations that they go through, such as like the female character. She has probably the worst situations of a home life out of all of them. But this definitely is an entertaining movie, guys. I saw this movie twice. I saw it first time with friends and second time with my girlfriend. And man, this movie is good. I honestly tempted to go see it for a third time. I just enjoyed it that much. Like the young cast, by far amazing. Like, I see a bright future for these kids. They're great. Especially, like, the one that plays, I believe his name is Bill. He's in the Book of Henry. Haven't seen that either, but the trailer looked good. So, the kid, I see that he has talent. I see a bright future for him. He's done a good amount of roles, and I think if he keeps it up, he'll go far. I see that for a lot of these kids. And even got my boy who played Mike in Stranger Things in here. And best character by far in the whole movie. Favorite character, he keeps you laughing the most, he's the funniest one. But all these kids do their part, and surprisingly, one of the kids in there is a kid who played young Chris Pratt in Guardians of the Galaxy, the first movie, which, I mean, if you guys don't recognize it, I can't blame game, like you got a lot of them in Guardians of the Galaxy. But back to the movie It, in the movie, there are things that are, of course, they're going to be roughly different between this one and the original miniseries, frankly, because in the original miniseries, it was a time where they didn't have the budget for, the good amount of CGI. They couldn't make Pennywise, all of these guys as a manifestation of their fear as much as they were able to in this one. And speaking of Pennywise, don't get me wrong, the kids are the ones that are great in the movie. And you don't even get bored when you see them. You're actually roughly entertained a lot when you do see them. I'm probably more entertained when I see them. But Pennywise was great in this. Bill Skarsgård, if you guys ever seen, it's a terrible show called Hemlock Grove. It's a Netflix original. It was good for one season, but after the next two seasons, I haven't even seen the third season because the second season was just so bad. But he plays the main character in there, but forget that crappy show. This is the movie that helped establish him as an actor. Because all honesty, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are not going to agree with me on this, but in comparison to Bill Skarsgård Pennywise, I was more entertained by his and Tim Curry's, and I know there's pretty much a big difference between theirs. I'm not saying Tim Curry's version of Pennywise is bad or anything. I'm just saying Bill Skarsgård's Pennywise, it was more entertaining. Yes, he was able to do more because technology at the time and they had the money for it. But that's not the point of what I'm saying. I'm saying even when he's just being normal and stuff, he was just more entertaining. Is the movie scary? At a point, it can get you. Maybe because you're in a theater, and like for me, I realized that man, it is loud. It is very loud. That music is super loud. But will it scare you? I say a good amount of times it could get you at a certain point. Just catch you off guard. Really is what it was. I'll say one, maybe two scenes max actually caught me off guard. But no, overall, it's just a good movie. Not even just as a scary movie. It's not even like focused that much as a scary movie from what I gather. Also, it feels in its own self a coming of age type of movie. It's really good movie that establishing these young actors and actress, especially the actress that played Beverly. Wow, I see something in her. I see a bright future in her. She has a career ahead of her. When they do carry on with this movie, I'm very curious. Well, this is a spoiler right here. For those that couldn't figure it out or anything, just from the trailers. This is chapter 1 of it, just from the kids' perspectives. But they're gonna do a chapter 2 where they show them as adults. But I'm really curious on who the actors are gonna be. There are talks of having Jake Gyllenhaal be in it, Christian Bale, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and I am so down for that casting. I really want to see Joseph Gordon-Levitt play Eddie more than anything. I don't want to play Stan because I know for now spoiler if you guys never read the book or you never seen the original, but as adults you have a chance to get out of here. Eddie and Stan dies when they're adults, mainly because Stan kills himself and Eddie sacrifices himself to help his friends. I believe that was in the original, but in the book it was a little different. But I do want him to play Eddie because if I had to pick the characters, my favorite one was definitely Richie. He was my favorite character in the movie. And then my second favorite character was Eddie. He's entertaining as well. I like the child actor that plays him. I see a future in him too. I'm telling you, these kids are really good. They're very entertaining. Just saying. Bear with me. If you watch the movie, you'll understand where I'm coming from. Because it's kind of hard to find some good child actors nowadays. And I feel like that's why a lot of them end up on Disney Channel or stuff like that. But these kids, basically, besides the kid played Bill and Richie, who's also played by the kid from Stranger Things, all these kids, I feel like this is their first movie, first chance. Even the bully in here, Henry, oh my god, man, that kid was a good actor. That was a good role. I could tell he was enjoying himself. He was having fun with it. Man, that character is crazy. I think in the book he's crazier. I mean, I'm almost tempted to read this book, to be quite honest with you. I'm almost tempted. Not really quite sure. Heard it's long as shit. I mean, that's not even my only reason. I just know it's really graphic, and some points I heard about it and learned about it. I'm just like, I don't really know if everyone would read that. Just a lot of extra stuff in there. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I mean, you can just look it up, honestly, about it on YouTube yourself. That's how I found out recently. It's kind of weird. There's a turtle and all this stuff in there, but by all means, guys, I say watch the movie. It's a real good movie. It's one of the best movies I've seen this year so far. Definitely gave me good trailers for this year so far. And I'm hoping I get more good movies like this. Definitely my favorite movie, one of my favorite movies this year. Definitely in the top 5. The other movies, cartoons, animes, anything else that you guys want me to speak about, then please leave a comment below. Tell me how you feel about this version of it, how you feel about the original series of it, or even how you feel about the book. What do you recommend? If you think it's better, if you think it's bad, if you think, who do you want your casting to be for chapter 2 as well. And as always, like you there, subscribe if you care. And key on for Miles.
Star, I'm burning out fast. I try to shine, but it's never gonna last.